Yeah, I don't know how this is going, but I hope it's all right. Yeah, I do not have an external monitor set up yet, so I can play some copyright-free music on Spotify, and we can talk tech if you guys wanna. The cryptocurrency thing is bad enough as it is, and I want to get started with like streams that happen more often, so that this can get the channel going in a way. But the more or less the cryptocurrency thing is messing up GPU prices as it is, and of course no one is unaware of it unless you've been living under a rock or something. Or actually, I'll take that back. Not everyone pays attention to the tech community, so yeah, it's probably fine. Maybe we can raid my friend Bong Bhai. No, we can raid someone, but our channel is not big enough to raid anyone. I hope everyone's having a nice time. It's been a while, to be really honest, and I have removed the stream delay because I'm not like at the moment I'm not casting a tournament. I would like to have a more open-minded discussion with my viewers. It's so I can reply in real time. The stream delay has been removed for that, and let's let's like this let me give you an estimate of how the GPU pricing has like really gone like gone down the drain. It's it's not pretty. It's not pretty how this situation is right now. The 12th-gen chips are doing pretty well, to be really honest, but the cheaper chipsets are not out yet. So the motherboard prices have not gone down, to be really honest. So it's bad enough as it is. You can try building something for cheap, but now even if you are building like a system with a 3060, it's still going upward of 1.1 lakhs now. In which case you can just get a 3060 laptop for like 85k, which will still struggle, but gets the job done. Gets the job done.
When you unlock the power of premium, you are unlocking freedom. The freedom to download music and take it with you. Listen offline to save data. Plus, enjoy all your music ad-free. Listen without limits and hear your favorite playlists without interruptions. Experience the power of freemium. Tap the banner to learn more.
If you are a high-rated gabru, chitta kurta is your go-to attire, and all you got is Wakra swag. Then Veere, Punjabi 101 is the playlist for you. All Punjabi hits in one playlist. Playlist chala, Spotify, sunte ja.
अलार्म बिना स्नूज किए
The Spotify ads never end at 2
Oh
day.
my god, get to the point.
भूल गए
It's all right. So yeah, this is like what would be pro territory for most people. Uh, yeah. So let's just put a 3080 in there. You know. Yeah, this was a pretty good looking case. This is actually not bad, I suppose. But I'm guessing the 5900X is going to need like a beefier cooler. I know this would have been like, I would say like 1.7-ish when like the components were launched and stuff. Because because of the price inflation, it's really not a pretty scene. Do I have to like close Spotify and run it again because the ads are really annoying? I think I should probably buy premium. It's kind of odd. So it's like, of course, like 10s uses a 3090 and stuff, but in games like Valorant, you need the CPU more than the GPU, and a 3090, sure, it might help you with 4K gaming and all. Which reminds me, the Ryzen 6000 series will drop soon. I hope so. And RTX 4000 is estimated in Q4 2022, so that's another year from now. And I'm on Spotify finding this copyright-free music playlist. Apparently, On and On is copyright-free. I really don't think so, but okay, if this says so, then must be. There's some really funny comments coming out. Should I use CDN or serverless for static sites? If I was good at web development, I would have, actually tried. It's in all honesty, not much of an engineer. This case looks really pretty though, don't you think? This case looks really pretty. So yeah, it's somewhere where the high end starts, somewhere here with a 3080 and 5900X. it's 2.25 here, and the one I built is around 2.2 as well. It's aware how much it costs now. It would have been like 50k less, but the components like the RTX 3070, for example, it was 44.5k when it launched, but now I think you have to pay like bare minimum 90k for it. So that's like double. That's double. It's disgusting how bad the pricing situation is right now. The new 12 gen chips are kicking ass, but when Ryzen 6000 drops, it's going to have a clear impact. So fingers crossed. See, when the two big companies are going head to head now, it's only a win for the consumer, because if one of them takes a lead that the other can't really cross, then the company can start charging whatever they want, and that's where the consumer loses, because you don't get value for money in that case. So I hope Intel and AMD go head to head, but if at any point if yeah, if I'm going to take my phone out just for a minute. Ooh, a virtual private server. Wow, she really should have paid attention to my classes, didn't I? That's an 8 core, that won't do. When are what chips were we talking about again? Ooh. So that's quarter 3, yeah, like the starting of quarter 3. It's still quite a while. I think like 25 years ago, the jump in tech used to be quite fast, but now that we're bounded by the basic laws of physics, I think it was Moore's law, right? We can only go so small on the fabrication process that can have an actual impact on performance and efficiency. We are bound by the basic laws of physics, and the growth has slowed down. But yeah, Intel or AMD is still kicking it. I met this guy like some time back. We played CS:GO together once. I think if he's streaming now, we can probably raid it.
क्या है भाई? भाई पूरे शो में भाई मेरे को सबसे अच्छा लगा बर्लिन, उसके बाद प्रोफेसर। बर्लिन और प्रोफेसर भाई कुछ अलग ही है। What's your router? What's your router? What? If you want my router link, then you will get that in my description.
He's a pretty chill guy. We were playing.
Okay.
We were playing
So the
CS.
thing is, if you
We met while playing CS once.
बताओ,
Pretty chill guy.
photos बाबू भाई आ गया?
He plays Valorant and
Okay,
stuff.
ये अपना और का है भाई. जी अमेरिका ओ रोस्टिंग टीम जो बोलते हैं रोस्टिंग रेडिंग योर स्ट्रीम नाउ होप यू हैव बीन वेल. अरे रेड का बात चलो नीलम भाई बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया स्ट्रीम ज्वाइन करने के लिए. कैसे हो भाई आपको? लॉन्ग टाइम नो से ब्रो. तो ये है अपने बीजीएमआई का वो लाइक वो टूर्नामेंट खेलने लायक बंद जो खेलने लायक बोल रहा हूँ खेलने के लिए जो बंदे वो लोग यहाँ पे सब लोग हैं जो लाइक खेलने वाले बीजीएमआई टू आवर रूटर बोल रहा था क्या भाई टू आवर एवीटी. तो देखते भाई क्या क्या होता है अपना बंदे कैसे खेल पाते. मैं कभी बातचीत नहीं की इन लोगों से. ए भाई सब लोग यहाँ पे मेरा भी एक पिक्चर है. ये देखो अपना श्रीन्यू का. ये देखो मेरा और ये गोष्ठी बहुत दिन पहले ज्वाइन किया था. अभी तो सुन रहे हो कि गोष्ठी लीव कर बट ये मैं हूँ. जाके लाइक कर दो गाइस. 47 लाइक सबसे ज्यादा लाइक आई मेरा ही है. देखता हूँ 8 69 ओ अच्छा टाइम प्रॉब्लम गोष्ठी मेरे से भी बंदे फेमस है यहाँ पे. अच्छा मैं इधर ही देख सकते हैं. I finally started streaming. हाँ अरे जॉर्ड सही है बे नीला. सही है रे. Congratulations. Welcome to the disgusting world. ये कौन है? इसके 126 लाइक है. कौन है भाई? Official content creator. Who is this?
So yeah, the DDR5 scaling is a very, very impressive thing actually. No. Actually, that's ironical. The frequency is going off the roof, but because of the difference in the CS latency, it's not making as much difference as you might think. Like if you are CPU limited, like on a resolution like 1080p, you can see that it's not making, how much is that? 148 and 150. It's not a lot. It's barely anything, to be really honest. And because CS latency of 40 is pretty slow for something that's running at DDR5 5000, but you have to also consider that it is running at 5000 megahertz or 5200 here apparently. But 40 is a pretty low value. I guess it's compensating in speed. And yeah, some games will be more frequency heavy and some games will need tighter timings. We should
Download Buff for free.
Or router is also a platform. That's pretty interesting. I should probably check my stream health. Like, I don't know what the laws are for like watching YouTube videos on stream. My go-to channel is actually Hardware Unbox. They make some of the best content ever. So yeah, AMD might be back on top in 2022. It's weird to see. I have to keep checking my other tab because I don't know, people might be commenting on the stream and I might not be aware. Also, yeah, I would like to say that the driver overhead is better on the AMD cards. So sure, and but if you're playing at resolutions like 4K, DLSS is a much like better implemented what do you call it? Super sampling. I forgot the full form, but yeah. FSR at 4K is not as sharp as DLSS at 4K, and overall Nvidia has better support for games, I suppose. But if you have a Nvidia GPU and you have a Radeon GPU with the same like bandwidth, the AMD card will pull more frames because the driver overhead is more. Nvidia card needs more CPU essentially. So if you have a lower end CPU, the AMD card will hugely benefit you. Like they had a I don't know, I forgot what video it was. Was it this one? I think it must have been this one. I don't think this is the correct game to be checking. What's a CPU demanding game? Yes, I think Watch Dogs Legion is pretty demanding. Like look at this one, for example. All right, they're using dial down quality settings. They're using 1080p medium. I should probably move my camera to the other side so it's, you know, less distracting. Yeah, I think that's better. So this is a pretty recent game. Now you have to realize that the RTX 3070 is a much more powerful GPU than the 5700 XT, and the what do you call it? The CPU overhead is actually lower with older CPUs. So what do you call it? A graphics card that can pull more frames with an older CPU has more driver level overhead on its on a driver level. So the 5700 XT with the 1600X is giving 100 frames, although the 3070 is giving 83 frames, which in no situation would be true unless the CPU was the bottleneck. So here that the CPU is holding it back, the driver level overhead on the AMD side, the Radeon side is really helping push more frames, and it really means a lot. It means that you can pull more frames with your Radeon GPU if your CPU is not that high end, which not everyone can buy an i9 or a Ryzen 9, right? That's one thing to consider. But yeah, as far as 4K gaming is considered, Nvidia with their DLSS and their RTX parts really in the lead now, so I can't disagree on that one. It's a very, very important thing. I'm not sure I quite understand it as well as these tech YouTubers do, because I have huge respect for these channels. Like, I have watched MKBHD all these years since I was like a teenager. So it is what it is. I'm just going to pause this here so I can come back to it from time to time. It's a very important point. I don't know how it's going to be with the last series was 66,000 series, right? On the Radeon graphics card size, it was 6,000 series. So if they come with a 7,000 series and the driver overhead is better than the RTX 4000 series, it's going to be something, because people cheap out on their CPU much more often than they cheap out on their GPU actually, because they want to run games at ultra settings. They're fine with lower frame rates, but the driver level overhead really helps with that. Should gamers use more than 8 cores? Yeah. But have you guys seen Battlefield 2042? It's a nice game. Pretty nice game. Okay, I thought there were graphs here. Oh, there were graphs here. So yeah, this actually shows how much your CPU can handle. It's still 1080p, and you have to realize this is a 3090. That's a GPU that should usually cost 1.4 lakhs, but costs 2.4 lakhs now. Thank you, crypto. And the new 12th gen chips are really kicking ass, as you can see. It's if you'll probably get an external monitor at some point. It's really hard to stare into a small display. It messes with my eyes a bit. You can think as 1080p ultra quality, and these $500 processors were, I think that's how much they cost. I don't know the US pricing of the 5900X. It's like 46k to 50k in India. So these high-end enthusiast grade processors are barely managing a 0.1% low of 60 FPS on 1080p for all you know. So I know 13th generation Intel is quite far away now, but Ryzen 6000 will be here in 6 to 8 months, and we're all excited. I am at least. You have to look things from the consumer point of view. If the companies are not trying hard enough, one of them just gets away with it. They can charge whatever they want. That's not good. Not for the consumer. It's good for them, but not good for the consumer. Let's raid Bong again. Oh, he's on BRB mode. Oh, Witcher 3. I guess the game engine kind of starts behaving weirdly when it crosses 300 frames. They kind of cap it there. Yeah, there's people who put questions about servers on static sites, and virtual private servers, I guess. Yeah, virtual private servers. I really don't know, man. I wish I had more technical knowledge. I'm a terrible engineer in all sense of it, but as far as recommending tech to people, I have found a bit of passion in it over the years. It's something I have loved doing all this time, and something I will continue to do. Yeah, the cache memory thing battle is also, AMD is winning that for quite some time now. I don't know how they're pulling it off. I don't know I think which one was which is the current approach? Yeah. And I don't exactly remember the context for it. Google Pixel versus iPhone. See, you gotta know what you need, alright? It's like, first of all, you have to have a phone that's gonna last for a few years. Okay, unless if you're the kind of person who buys a phone for like 2 years, then there's no point spending 50K on it every 2 years. It's not friendly to your wallet and stuff. Like, I had bought a second-hand iPhone 6s Plus. That's a 2014 phone. Okay, it cost me 14K, and it was a 128 gig one, but it still gets iOS updates till date, so it's still keeping up to date. And Pixel phones, I'm guessing the 6 would have been pretty good, but I guess the 6 is not coming to India, so not 6 is not come to India, are we? Yeah, all the channels. Yeah, Google made a mistake not launching this in India. So Pixel 6 is not coming in India. So they overhyped it up so much that they were not able to stand to their own stand up to live up to it. It's the iPhones, like, if you have been part of the Apple ecosystem before, and I'm not a hardcore Apple fan. I am on the side of tech. Okay, I use two phones actually, because I don't want to be biased towards any of it. But yeah, like, the new iPhones have been getting pretty good with their batteries as well. So their efficiency is also going off the charts. At some point they'll put the M1 into the phones, which will just it'll take the performance leaps and bounds ahead of anything that the Tensor is capable of on the Pixel so far. Not that it's coming to India anyway, it's not. I should check my stream. Yeah, the Tensor chip was overhyped so much that they were not able to live up to it. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad. It got overhyped so much. It was like how the Hasselblad campaign happened with OnePlus. They sold us so much on it. Actually, sure, I'm pretty sure they're going to make amazing smartphone cameras. Not now. Maybe 5 years from now. But they overhyped so much that no matter how good the OnePlus 9 camera would have turned out, it was just not able to live up to it. People are saying that the OnePlus 8 Pro had a better camera, which it probably did, because we're still in a very early iteration of the Hasselblad software on the OnePlus cameras hardware at this point. I think I should talk slowly so people can understand it better. As far as UFS 3.1 versus NVMe goes, I'm guessing NVMe is faster, but UFS 3.1 differs from phone to phone, but it's pretty fast. If Google can really go the extra mile and like actually do like 6-7 years of software updates like Apple have been doing now, which is really actually mind-blowing how they pull it off. Their oldest, like such old phones are still getting supported. Okay, I'm checking my stream. Brick Mason. Which iPhone should I consider for better battery? Okay, if you're buying a new phone now, I'll refer you to this rating table. Alright, I refer to it all the time. I cannot, obviously there's like a million laptops and a million electronic devices on this, and I often refer to the battery statistics myself as well. So I have cheese popcorn that I'm gonna have at some point, but I don't want to ruin the stream by having food on it during the stream. So it's like, for example, the 13 Pro Max. Let's go to 2020 phones. This for the record, this rating table has so many devices that it's making my high-end laptop lag. I don't know, or maybe the server is not capable of holding so many data entries in a single table. It's a lot of data. It's a lot of data. See, as you can see, generation-wise, the efficiency is really going up. All right. Sure, Android phones have had better battery for quite some time now, because they have the phones with the 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 mAh batteries. So they don't work that much on the efficiency side of things. But Apple knows their software, man. They always have, they always will. I think like the SE 2020 and the 12 mini have like pretty bad battery life. They're powerful phones, but they have pretty bad battery life. The 13 Pro Max has gone like above and beyond with a 4352, which is like the largest there's ever been on an iPhone. So on a reasonable brightness, they're watching videos for 25 hours on this thing. That's amazing. Like look at the Android phones for comparison. This is the top of the charts. That's like 11-12 hours. That's 17. Something else. You have to realize that this testing is done at like a certain brightness, at like 150 nits, not very bright. And don't refer to older data per se. I think guessing like a 10R or an iPhone 11, like a normal iPhone 11, has gone up in efficiency enough to have like a good enough battery life. And of course, you have to check your charging cycles, because iPhone battery health, you can actually. Yeah, there's a mosquito in my room. I really don't want to kill it right now. I don't know if I reveal. Actually, I'm not scared about. If I reveal how I research my tech, there's nothing wrong with it. You guys should actually know what my sources are. Hardware Unbox, this Guru 3D does lovely thorough testing of tech. Hardware Unbox is one of my most favorite YouTube channels. And of course, GSM Arena for tech info, and this is for testing, notebook check. They check phones and laptops, everything. They check battery life, throttling, fan noise. They check everything. They are so thorough with their testing. In the end, the consumer wants what they want. All right, it's like 13 Pro Max is gone beyond the flagships this year. I don't know. That battery is amazing. I cannot. Also, I have heard that DxOMark does paid reviews, so maybe people should stop looking at these numbers now. It's getting, what do you call it? It's misleading. It's misleading. Getting misleading now. I've heard they're doing paid reviews now, so sure the numbers might be impressive, but I do not know. I might take them with a grain of salt now. See, you have to realize that software will grow. It's going. Of course, I know who Brickmazing is, Mriganka. Come on, it's software is going to require more power. There is no way around it. All right. Apple Silicon is designed in a way that they won't slow your phone down, but they will mess your battery up if needed. Down the line, they will make sure your phone is running smooth. What Apple phones do, they'll make sure your phone is running smooth, even if you're getting like 2 hours of battery life. All right. I don't know how great the iPhone 13 Pro Max battery life will be 6 years down the line, for example. Considering that you replace it, because battery health does go down every 2 or 3 years. I have to check the stream from time to time because people are commenting and it's hard to keep track of it. I'm sorry guys, I'm really trying my best to check the comments in real time. Like, let's check Xreg once for reference. This is 1.15. This is a pretty good deal. It has a 6 core CPU and a 3060 for 1.14. That's a pretty good deal. And the 3060 itself is worth like 60k out of this. It's the pricing is going haywire. Let's build a similar CPU. Let's see how much it costs. See, I'm all about being honest to the consumer at the end of the day, alright? I'm not the kind of person who just the consumers need clarity in their content. Okay, they need how the hardware helps them in the long run. We are not doing sponsored videos here. Okay, we are not trying to get review units of phones and stuff like that. Well, we're pretty small at the moment anyway. But yeah, let's see. See, it's yeah. Look at this. Just literally look at this. They're really getting better at their pricing. I am really proud of these guys. It's actually pretty well priced this time. But yeah, I have to mention that the 5600X does perform better than the 11400F in most scenarios, probably all scenarios. But yeah, the i5 12400, it hasn't launched. It's showing up on websites, but it hasn't like launched yet. It's going to break the streak of the 5600X when it drops. Hopefully with some cheaper boards on the horizon. We're not trying to make sponsored content here, alright? It's you who is the end consumer, and you have to get value for your money. But this price though. I don't know how much a 3060 would have cost if there was a Founders Edition. Is there a Founders Edition? 29,500. Yep, 29,500. And it's like 55k, I guess. It's 55k. So that's the kind of impact the crypto has on the market. It's like double the pricing. The Founders Edition would have costed 30k. It's 55k. That's absurd. How much crypto affects the whole thing. It's It's a pretty case, don't you think? See, 3060 is like 60k. That's double of 30k. That's double, like times 2 double. Like it's, which means this would have been 30k less. If crypto drops down, it's going to mean so much more for the end consumer. That teenager, like that average teenager in school who just wants to purchase a GPU, you know, like a $50 GPU, so they can play some games. Those $50 GPUs are $150 now. That's not okay. At some point, if crypto goes to shit, if crypto, you know, if what do you call it, crypto shares or, you know, crypto value goes to shit, it's going to help the end user, you know, stabilize the graphics card market. We're gonna check the stream real quick. Like, the reason why I love this channel is that they actually have what do you call it, have leaked when, you know, companies have tried to buy them out, you know. LG tried to buy them out twice. LG tried to buy them out twice, and they were honest about it. Another one, like if you guys are into like gaming mouse and stuff, this is Boardsy. This guy has like a no nonsense channel, okay? He's not doing paid reviews. He does not get review units because of how honest he is. It's all for the consumer. I think even Gamers Nexus, they test everything very thoroughly, and then they are not biased about anything. I've been told that like channels like Linus Tech Tips are like, you know, sponsor content, but everyone has to make a living, so there's nothing wrong with it. gonna check my OBS real quick. I think I'm just going to end the stream today. It's been a lovely time discussing pricing with you guys now. But Black Friday in the States is pretty cool, man. At least the pricing is going down somewhat for them. When the Quadro cards, I've always been fascinated by these. What card is this? I'm very curious. 1660 Super. Okay, so see, this is how I say it's going to impact the end-day consumer. Like, this would have costed 21k, 20k, 19k, 20k, 23 for 2060 and 20k for a 1660 Super. It's 53k now. At the end of the day, there are kids in countries who cannot afford GPUs and they just want to play video games. And they never wanted to get involved in this whole crypto thing. It's hurting everyone. It breaks my heart. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to this. You guys have been lovely. If you guys have any questions about any tech recommendations and stuff, I would love to join you guys next time. It is how it is. The channel's gotta grow some way, one or another. Can't believe this GPU was 20k. It's 53k now. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Love you all. See you guys next time. Peace. That's from MKBHD. I did not